American women already provide support on the battlefield, yet they are still officially banned from fighting on the front lines. And now there's a new proposal to remove those restrictions. So should this last military barrier be lifted? Joining us now is U.S. Marine Corps Major Jane Blair. She is also the author of this book, as you see it here on the screen. This is called Hesitation Kills. We'll ask her about the book. But first, Major, thanks for being here, and thank you on this Memorial Day for serving our country. You have quite an impressive resume.
Thank you so much, Ainsley. I appreciate this opportunity.
So what are your thoughts on this? Should we change the restrictions?
You know, I get this question a lot, and I fully support Congress and the military's decision to decide when and if this policy needs to change. You know, the current attempts to just blanketly change the rules, I think, are, you know, a nice gesture, but I think, just from a personal opinion, that we need to assess really if women on front lines are going to help and be effective ultimately. And not only that, but if we do put women in this combat role, there needs to be equal and the same physical qualifications for women and men.
In your experience, can women handle that, the women in the military?
I think there are certainly some women who could serve in this role admirably. I don't see why not, but I don't think we should lower standards to do so.
Right, because then our troops ultimately are sacrificed.
Absolutely. Mission is essential before any other consideration.
All right, and so this is across the board in all branches of military, right?
Absolutely.
Women are not allowed to serve on the front lines in combat roles.
That's correct, right. There are several jobs like infantry, artillery, where women are banned explicitly by Congress from these roles. Partially just because of the way that the policy has been structured over the years. And
Congress is looking at passing this proposal?
Yeah, I believe that there was a landmark legislation that was proposed for the 2012 defense budget. I'm not certain if that's the legislation passed or didn't pass, or if that date has passed, but Representative Loretta Sanchez had proposed an act that would remove this barrier of women serving these combat roles.
Gotcha. And tell me about your book, Hesitation Kills. Why that title?
I picked this title because a captain of mine, when I first became a Marine officer, told us hesitation kills on the battlefield, that when you have that split decision of making a right or wrong choice, you've got to be able to and comfortable with making split decisions about what to do at that moment.
You have to be prepared.
Exactly.
And you have a shout out today, real quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to just mention my brother and his in his unit in Afghanistan, part of the 27th Infantry Regiment, the Wolfhounds. They're serving out there in Afghanistan, and just on Memorial Day to remember there's troops still out there on the front lines.
We thank him from the bottom of our hearts. And we thank you, Major, for being with us.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, he cleared a football field in 4 seconds.